How do technical leaders stay productive when there's so many things on their plate? Well, today I am lucky to have with me Ernesto Aguilar, licensed professional engineer and president and CEO at Ardura Group. Ardura is a national engineering company that has exploded in growth, which means that Ernesto has a lot to manage and lead as a CEO. So Ernesto, thank you so much for being with me on our engineering management lessons video this week. What I want to ask you is, you are a proven leader. Yes, you're a civil engineer by background, but you've led companies in this industry and you continue to lead, which means you have a lot on your plate every day, every week, every month, and beyond. You travel probably 35 to 40 weeks out of the year. How do you prioritize everything on your plate? How are you able to be productive, and how do you know where to put your energy every day to make sure that you can get the most out of what you're trying to accomplish? What can you share with our audience related to productivity?
First of all, I never stress out. It's rare that I stress out. And also, I am very conscious of what I have to do. I'm more organized than people realize. So usually on a Sunday night, I know what I have to do the rest of the week, an idea. I'm an old standard guy, so I use a book and I have a system. But every day, every night, I review what I have to do the next day. I will never catch up. I can work 24 hours, but I'm comfortable in doing what I have to do. Some things get pushed over. The priorities, they change constantly, right? I just don't stress. I don't stress about getting everything done. The one big thing for me, and this is me personally, the email. I have a certain rule that I can only have so many emails in my inbox, delete it, and send combined. And I will not leave my desk every night until that's done. But
Wow.
that's my own rule that I've had for decades.
That's great. I think what you said there that was really important that I just want everybody to think about is the stress piece of it, because it's easy in a productivity sense in today's world to put a lot of stress on yourself. Anybody. I mean, like you said, we could work 24/7 and the to-do list doesn't end. There's no end to it. It just keeps going, right? So for you, how did you be able to adopt the mindset of, I'm not going to get everything done. I'm not going to stress out about it though. I'm just going to have a process and get to the next day. Did that take time for you, or what? How did that seems you're making it sound easier than it is. I think.
35 years.
Yeah.
I've actually, I'm a very good sleeper. I go to bed and I'm out in a minute.
Okay.
So I learned to actually, I have your body you can make it to a way that it's used to certain patterns, right? And
right.
so it's used to it, and I don't actually, I don't think about stuff going to bed, but I clear my mind before going to bed. I do go to my to-do list, make sure it's all there, clear my mind, probably 20 minutes, then I go to bed. And then
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually interesting and very important. A year or two ago, I spent some time reading a couple books about sleep and how important it is to us and some things to do. And that was one of the things that came up, was kind of clearing your mind before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes reading, but not like personal development, more like a book, a fiction book or something, right? Like a story or something. But people don't realize how important your sleep is to your energy and what you're able to do during the day. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that is one of the things that can really be helpful for someone. And it just helps you in terms of stress levels.
Interesting thing you bring up, Anthony. Like, my wife is a big reader. Like, I'm talking like 50 books a year reader. She reads a book a week. And so my reading used to be technical magazines or technical or professional development. She used to tell me, that's work. That's not whatever. And she was right. So I'm actually reading a novel. I actually go through novels. Maybe I read 3-4 pages a night, a chapter a night, and I go to bed.
Right.
That helps me. Now, it takes me about 4 months to read a book that she, but it does work. It actually does work. So that's something I do every night. I read a couple of pages and then before I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's a great idea. In fact, I'm doing that myself right now.
Yeah.
I'm reading a great book. It's called Musashi. It's a story of like a Japanese samurai, and it's 1,000 pages. So I know it's going to take me forever to finish. But to your point, I read a couple pages a night, calms me down, comfortable before bed. The one last thing I want to just reinforce of what you said that's important when it comes to sleeping is your body doesn't know what the weekend is. So like Ernesto says, you can create really good habits, but if you stay up till 2 a.m. on a Friday night, your body doesn't know what's going on because they don't know, oh, it's the weekend. So, the more consistent you can be with your sleeping habits, the better for you in the long term. That's what I learned.
And I actually try to work. I work out 6-7 days a week. And usually that's what I do when I get up. That's again, back to the body. When you
Yep.
work out more, you actually sleep better. I travel, I'm on the road a lot, Anthony, a lot, on the road 35 to 40 weeks of the year. So I had to also teach my body to be very disciplined in what I eat, how I sleep and work out, or else it would be cut. So I'm very careful how I do things.
Well, Ernesto Aguilar, licensed professional engineer, president and CEO at Ardura Group, thank you so much for sharing some of these tips with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you again.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that engineering management lesson video with Ernesto. I mean, awesome advice. Keep the stress down however you can. He gave some great tips on how to be productive. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel here, because we do put out videos like this on a weekly basis to help engineers become better managers and leaders. I'll see you next week.